Hey friends, Randy Flickinger here again with another story I wanted to share that God's really laid on my heart and I think is appropriate for this day and age. You ever ask yourself or ask God, why am I here? What is my purpose? I will tell you, I think most human beings struggle with that. Why am I on this earth? Why am I alive now in 2023? What is my purpose here? And very few of us figure that out. Very few of us do. A few do, but I'm going to tell you almost always through God's enlightenment. The problem, is we don't seek that like we should. When kids are young, we all have dreams and ambitions of what we want to do, right? I've got grandkids. One wants to be an astronaut. Another one wants to be a teacher and a restaurant owner. And another one wants to be a princess. And she's a princess, by the way. And, I want to be an athlete. I want to, own a business. I want to do all these things. I want to be a vet. These are all examples. And you and I had those same dreams. I always wanted to be a professional basketball player. Didn't happen. I wanted to be a politician. I felt like that was what I was called to do. You know what? I did get involved in politics. But in the end, my failure and losing in elections was God's way of showing me, no, Randy, that's not what I want you to do. I don't want you doing that. And so there's many people, just like myself, who are looking at our lives, looking around and saying, this is not what I expected. This is not what I planned for my life. Why am I here? What is the purpose of my life? And how did I end up in this mess, this marriage, this problem, this whatever it is? Real simple. It happens to all of us in one way or another. But it's time for us to start seeking what God's plan and how we align our lives with what He wants. One of the major lessons I've learned is that God does have a plan for your life. He completely knows the choices and decisions you are going to make ahead of time. You can't surprise God. He knows. And He will tell you, I'm still going to let you choose. I'm going to let you choose what path you take, hoping that through those choices, you start to align them with what I want for your life. That's the God we serve. How cool is that? I'm not going to force you to do this. I'm going to allow you to learn, to grow, to recognize, hey, I need a higher source. I need some guidance. I need to have a purpose in this life. And that purpose is to bring God glory straight out, to align our desires, our hopes, our dreams with Him and His plans for us. The real question becomes that, are we aligning ourselves with Him, His plan? Are we asking Him to guide us and to prepare us for what it is He wants us to do? In reality, life is full of dreams, aspirations, setbacks, problems, issues, victories, defeats, trials and tribulations, you name it. And most, if not all, are because of our choices. Cancer. How many times do we smoke or we do things that we know cause cancer, right? If I stand beside the road and I'm waiting for a semi coming at 70 miles an hour and I say, God, if it's your will for my life, save me, and I dive in front of that semi, was that my choice or was that His will? That answer is simple. That was my choice. There's all kinds of choices we make that take us away from God's will for our lives, in our marriages, in our friends, in our careers, in our finances, in our belief system. All of those things and more are examples of where our choices take us away from the alignment that God has for what He wants us to enjoy our life, to be content, to be fulfilled in our one shot on this earth. All right? But know this much, you can't surprise God. Disappoint Him? No, because He already knows what you're going to pick. So He's not disappointed. Does our bad choices sadden Him? Yes. Why? Because He sees us hurt. He sees the damage it does to us and those around us, our families, our loved ones, our spouses, our friends, our co-workers. And yet he also uses those train wrecks of decisions that we make us better, to teach us, hey, I maybe need to start asking him, what would you like me to do in this situation? How do you want me to handle this problem with my kids or my spouse or my friends? God, I need some help. And he would prefer that, not until we wait till we're completely screwed. He wants us to ask for that as we go into each day. Guide me today. He tells us he'll guide our steps, right? I had political aspirations. I shared that. He showed me through those things that my choices, what I wanted for my life, wasn't what he wanted. And not only wasn't what he wanted, in the end wasn't going to leave me with what I wanted. It was going to damage me. It was going to destroy my family. Just in the small time I was involved, the stuff I witnessed, holy cow. It's so far removed from God and what he wants in our lives. So for me, it wasn't what he wanted, all right? He tells us in Romans 8:28, all things work together for good to them that love God, to those who are called according to his purpose. You get that? You see, my friends, it's all up to us whether we listen, whether we like where we're at or not. We have to align ourselves with his purpose. That's what he's telling us. You are not here to drift aimlessly wondering what your purpose is. You're not left in a bad marriage with the purpose of trying to figure out or losing friends or being unpopular, whatever it is that's bugging you. The truth of the matter is he's there because he has a plan, a specific plan for your life. And it may involve all kinds of bad choices that help form you and teach you to become who he needs you to become, to accomplish what it is he wants for your life. You're here for a purpose. Know that. And when you get disillusioned, stop. Ask yourself, am I making the choices that are disillusioning me? And am I seeking his will to align my life with the peace and joy and comfort that only come through him and following his way? Thanks for listening, guys. Share this, mark it as a favorite, and trust God. He's there, he cares, and he loves you.